Hey you guys, good morning. Welcome back to Southern Latitudes. As you can see, we're not in sunny Florida today. We are getting the rain that has come across the whole southeast. And so usually and typically, by the time any big front makes it through the entire southeast, by the time it goes across the Gulf of Mexico and Tampa to Orlando, it gets to us in Central Florida like in dots and little clouds. So we have a cloud over us right now. It actually, maybe we have a full overcast couple of hours. I don't know that we'll have a whole day like that, but while we're at it, and it is cool and it is rainy, we are going to refocus our attention today in getting all of these babies in, because it's supposed to not only rain a little bit today, but a little bit tomorrow, and any little bit helps. So as you can see here, I have the Oklahoma salmon zinnias, and I have a whole tray that I made of them, and they've gone from having their cotyledons to true leaves, second true leaves, and now third true leaves, at least on I think almost all of them. So we're really good to go there. I also have these African gold marigolds, which get to be about 3 feet high. I've got a whole bunch of those. We're gonna smash them all in together. I have, where you are, let me grab the camera. I have a whole bunch of these caramel hybrid sunflowers, and then I have the giant cactus sunflowers over here. We want to do something with those, and then I have two, maybe three zinnia mixed colors. So anyhow, I think we're going to do something with those. What did I do? Oh, this is the dainty Marietta marigold. Now this stays short. It might be a good match with the zinnia mixed colors right here. And then I want to up pot my sage, because they have their true leaves on it, which are starting to finally look like real sage. So we're gonna up pot them probably into a used one of these. And the portulaca is doing good, but we're gonna hold off on those. So, and then I have we need to be thinking futuristically in the future about what to do with all this roselle, okra, and then the ground cherries. These are the Cossack pineapples. So okay, as I work, I probably will work out where I'm going to put those. And I also have a couple of these patio tomatoes I do want to pot up. I got actually a couple. I've tried to give away everything I could, but I still have 6 or 7. So anyhow, we're going to get rid of those. Not get rid of those. I'm going to keep at least 2 of them and pot them up. And then I might give them some away to family. But yeah, let's get at it. We got a whole table and tray, couple trays, and 2.5 trays. Do we have 3? Almost. This too. Now this is Black Beauty eggplant. This is different. I already put my 1 eggplant in salsa garden. So, okay, let's just, oh, this is a little patio tomato too. Let's put it over here. You need to be with your friends. The patio tomato looks a little bit like the marigold. I have to say, when it's younger, they can be confused. Okay, so let me get set up, because I can't do that with a camera. Okay, here we are in one of the main flower beds here in South Garden. And oh, just to let you know, I also put the lettuce in several days ago. But anyhow, I called Holland Bulb Company and I called Tulip World. They have promised me that the bulbs have already come in from Holland, is what they said. Although I think that's sort of silly for some of the things I ordered. I know cannas didn't come from Holland. And so everything's been printed and ready to go out for shipping. And she said, please don't cancel the order. So I didn't cancel the order against my better judgment. But supposedly I have gladiolus bulbs a month late, but they're coming. Okay, now that I'm done with my anger, let me go ahead and I think we're gonna put a bunch right in here down the center, like right behind this black-eyed Susan right here. Look at the, y'all, it doesn't translate that well, but look at the color on this tropical sage salvia. This is a Florida native, y'all. I do nothing to it, and it is gorgeous. It is beyond a pop of color. Look, I can't even get going, and I see tomatoes. Leftover tomatoes from the fall. Perfect. Actually, I'm just going to put them somewhere safe where I won't crush them. Over there. Look, there's plenty of new nasturtium seeds too. Gonna resow for next year. Y'all, that's the life cycle. I don't plant these nasturtiums now. I did the first year a couple of years ago, but don't have to do it now.
May you always find your way to higher ground. May you always keep your head held up high. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Just the sight of you when I'm at my weakest point makes a world of difference, so you make me strong.
Okay, you guys, I have been rained on completely and it's cold, but I pushed through, the cloud moved on. Sorry, you're right by my phone, and kept going. And so as a result of that, we have most of the giant cactus here. I had some here before. I had like 3, and I think 1 or 2 got killed. So anyhow, for whatever reason, it could be this reason right here. And so we added more right here. We put in a couple of the caramel hybrids, and then we added some more caramel hybrids here because I lost this mammoth, but I have 2 more mammoths yet to go. And I put all the Oklahoma salmons right here, and I made sort of a curve and a wave with them. And then we have the African gold in here. Then I made another curve of the Oklahoma salmons. So it still have plenty of room for the bulbs when they get here. Oh, and I forgot, sorry, the little Marietta marigolds right here. I have like 3 between these black-eyed Susans and 3 here. I hope this is as beautiful as I'm planning for it to be. I have never packed out this garden quite this full with flowers. Oh, y'all. That rain is so cold. The air is really cold. I have about a half dozen more African marigolds left, and I want to put them in the smoothie garden. Look at this. If they had all gone in about, well, this is like my strongest one, but if they'd all gone in about the same time, they'd have been ready to bloom like this one or close to it. Look at this. Nut sedge is coming in with that heat. Oh, this is my summer weed. I hate it. Okay. All right. So there we go. You can kind of visually see where it got darker, where I worked the ground. It's just a little bit of a wave in there, flowers, and we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going as the bulbs come in or whatever. We'll just go with it, and hopefully they grow. Honestly, I'm just disgusted with that, but we'll just save it. It may turn out to be a blessing in disguise, just in case. So, and the black-eyed Susans are coming along too. These 2 really super happy. I don't know what's going on. You know, you may never know why sometimes some plants take off better than others. I mean, sometimes it's nutrition, sometimes you did something right, sometimes you don't know ever why something got the pocket of gold and became Jack the Beanstalk and went up to the sky. I don't know. Okay, oh, I gotta grab some green vernissage before we head back. Okay, you guys, we are back in Smoothie Garden, and I had the white swan marigolds here, and I'm not saving that seed because I'm pretty certain that it's sterile. I have never been able to get a baby off of this hybrid. So instead of fighting it, I'm gonna leave it there in case. I see like one more bloom here. Not sure. Yeah, I'm just not gonna bother trying to save it. But I am going to kind of rough up the ground. I got some little bitty baby weeds in there. I see some periwinkle. I see some black-eyed Susan right there. Periwinkle, vinca, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. So I'm just going to kind of rough that up a little bit. Try to do that from time to time. This right here is, oh, I know I didn't pull it because it's attached to the zinnia root. Okay. Well, anyhow, there's also some Biden's elba in here. Some crabgrass. That's what happened. Okay. So, I wanted to take you along for this part up close. All right. I think there's a root down there. Ugh. Maybe that's why they don't always grow tall. Okay, so let me show you. It's kind of dry too, right there. But these are just little Dixie drink cups, you know, for, you know, not vending machines, but for those little water machines. And I put little nail holes at the bottom of them. And it's very convenient because you can get a whole lot for a very little amount of dollars. And they're good potting up size because they're a little bit bigger than the 162 cell tray. And they're great for giving away. You don't have to ask for these back or anything. So there we go. I'm always pulling weeds. If I see them, I pull them. Because I may not come back here for a week. So I'll just take my Hori Hori. If you don't have one of these, they're great gifts. Tell your loved ones or put it on your Amazon wish list. And I'll just squeeze the bottom. Look at the nice roots. These have not been in the cups very long. They were ready to up pot. There we go. And we're just going to put this light mulch over it. And we're done. That way the roots aren't in shock either. And they're very happy when they're transplanted easily like that without you disturbing those roots.
Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Ordering a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul.
Turn right around, reuse the same dirt. We're totally gonna be frugal on this project since this is the giveaway. And it's still very good and clean, valuable. It has a little bit of broken roots in it.
Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough.
I keep various pencils and this little paintbrush, and I'm just gonna put little holes in here. Oh, those just stick. And the next time I go up to ride horses or go to church or see Miss Cricket for the Daisy Festival, you know, I'm ready to go with some more plants. So these are all sharing the same root system, unfortunately. They're quite big. But they're ready to go. They're actually ready to be in big cups. I could probably do those in big cups for Miss Tracy. But the little ones, they still gotta sit. Some of these will have to sit to the end of April. So I don't want them to, Maybe I'll pick the slightly smaller ones for that. Look at that. See, it didn't cost me nothing. The tomato dropped and gave me these babies. I didn't even do the sowing of the plant. Dropped, gave me free babies, and I'm reusing these cups, reusing the soil, and there you go. She's going to be able to make some money for her. I don't know. It's like an orphanage school, something like that. Oops, that just fell over. Now, Miss Tracy gave me these cups, so we're going to give her some babies right back. Never return a cup empty. It's sort of like never go to somebody's house without a gift, you know, or a drink, something like that. You bring something to the party, right? So these are a couple of succulents that were left over from Miss Teresa's house, and actually 2 of them, right? So I didn't get those in the ground. They were kind of big and I didn't know what to do with them. So I have this nice little pot, and it's kind of shorter and wider, and I like that. And so I think this is where I'm going to have my baby sage that we planted about 2-3 weeks ago, middle of March. It was right after St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to have, actually it was right before, so 2 days before. I'm going to have them hang out and grow right here. That's cool. They'll be protected. And here's a third one. Yeah, they got plenty of space for the roots, and I can take lots of cuttings. I can even put them on the porch, you know, if I want. You can also put sage directly in the ground, especially when they get a little older. And if I feel like I have space and want to do that, I can do that later. But I think this is a perfect place for them to hang out and grow for right now. Okay, so we have nice light fluffy soil. I wet it like 2 days ago, but it's already kind of dried out. But that's all right. We're gonna take these cherry tomatoes, these 2 big ones especially. I bet they got some good roots. Yeah. I'm going to take those and put them in here. And they'll be my own personal patio cherry tomatoes. I wanted to just try some of these. They were so sweet. There we go. Beautiful. You know, you could even probably do 3 in here. But I'm just going to, I don't really need that many cherry tomatoes because I have the Everglades and all that going on out there in the rest of the yard. And so that gives me an idea. I think we're going to, hold on. So let's see. I'm not sure if I probably don't need them full, but we're going to take these baby cherry tomatoes. Yeah, let's do that and put them into these little cups, and then we'll have more and more things to give to Miss Cricket. All right, you guys, there we go. We have a lot of more things to give away to Miss Cricket and my friend Miss Tracy. There we go. I'll put together a little tray, text her, see if she's ready to receive some more of these little things. That would be awesome. Y'all, I swear I make more work for myself than I need. What happened here? This is a flower or plant, not this. that I pulled out of the weeds. A whole bunch of something all sewed together right here in the grow table. They're clearly flowers, but I don't know what they are yet. So you know that means we gotta sew again. The other thing I was setting us up for was these ground cherries. So we're definitely going to be growing these up and out. Get them out of the tray. Boy, they're beautiful looking, aren't they? Not too deep of roots. That's all right. Oh, I can taste these now. These are one of my favorite garden treats when you're just like playing in the garden. So delicious. Here, let me get this big one out back here. Oh, we'll have to break that apart. Okay, and then that would just leave us, oh, roll it out. Then that would just leave us the zinnia, mixed colors. I guess the rosemary's not going to work for us, nor the yarrow. And then we have the roselles and okra. And what was on the end? Oh, the jicama. The jicama up here, it's there it is. There it is. Hold on, let me get you closer. Do you see it? I don't want a lot, but I would like to experiment with this and see if I even like eating it, see how it grows, just learn about it for myself. So let's get going on these little ground cherries, and get them in the little 4-packs, and there's a baby one right there. Uh-oh, put the baby in. It may or may not make it there. Okay, here are the zinnia. Am I saying that right, y'all? Alrighty, this is a good looking group of new babies. This table is always evolving and changing, and that's good. But we are trying not creating more of these trays. So as these grow up, they'll go in the ground, they go to people. And these, let me show you where they're gonna go. So I have decided. So this is the watermelon patch in North Garden. And those 4 little watermelon that were in the oh, look, my weeds. Never ending battle with the Asiatic dayflower. It grows in winter and summer. So anyhow, these are the orange, red, big ones. Then I have sugar babies, and then sugar baby here, and sugar babies down here. I did lose one sugar baby, so I replaced it. So yes, this rain's going to be really, really good for them. It looks like we're going to have a nice watermelon bed. And then over here, oh, let me tell you this too. So I put 2 rows in right here of these Ford Hook lima beans. They're really big. And so it may take them a minute to pop, but I'm pretty excited about that. And over here is where I'm going to still, I'm going to put the roselle probably in the back, the fat ones, and then the Thai ones. I'll put them in the general area. Maybe like, I think I have more of the fat ones, so I'm going to put them back here. And then the Thai or regular ones. And then up here, I'm going to put probably my okra. So all my mallows will be right here. That'll be funny. And then on that very back row, I think I'll pop all those white sweet potatoes right back in the ground. And I still have no idea where I'm putting the red sweet potatoes. I don't know. Y'all, that's a problem for another day. But they need to come out of their little bucket. They're happy growing in the bucket. But you know, things are phasing out all the time. Oh, you know what? Actually, I still have room in the house garden as well. I might be able to put some of that rose okra. Let's put okra up there, and then we could put more sweet potatoes in here, maybe. Something like that. I don't have a game plan this year. Sometimes I'm real good about game plans, and then I think as I get older, I go, I'm just gonna see what's open. Did I put it same thing there or not? Okay. And then the other last thing we're going to close on this is that these dead leaves are ready to come off the banana trees. We're well past our freezing point. I could have done this a month ago. You probably should have done it a month ago. Maybe you did, but I didn't. And Jack called me out on it when I brought him out here. He goes, "You still got all this dead stuff." Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to put you through that on camera, but I'm just going to take the knife and cut all the dead leaves and put them back on the ground, and we're going to call it ground cover. And I think my little thing that was holding up the mushroom logs collapsed, so I'll fix that too before the next video or two, something like that. I think I'm going to do all that without you, unless I get a wild hair, and then I'll bring you along for at least the roselle part, right? You know, the okra. So anyhow, I hear a garbage truck, so we got to end this video. You guys take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.